What's going on, Tamers? It's your boy Varney, and today we've got another meta snapshot for y'all where we'll be going over one of the most recent tournaments to happen this last weekend, an event in Latin America hosted by Vortex. Now, before we jump into the video, a quick shout out to eggmanevents.com for hosting all of this data for us to look at. If you haven't checked out eggmanevents.com, you most definitely should, because it's one of the best resources that you can use as a Digimon player. Now, if you're a YouTube member, you will be seeing this video early. Thank you guys for supporting us. And if you're not a YouTube member, you can get all the details in the description down below so that you can find out what cool things you get for supporting DGU. Because remember, you support DGU, DGU supports you. Haha, we'll make that my tagline. Anyways, let's jump into the video. So you can see here, we've got the Vortex March Regionals hosted on March 30th. There was 188 players, 7 rounds of Swiss, best of 3. Looks like no top cut. Now, Mirage Ganon did take this event, and that's kind of no surprise at all. In the right player's hands, the deck is absolutely lethal. So we're going to start by taking a look at Francisco's list as well as Jorge's list. Now, Francisco is playing the Gomamon, which is an... I hate when I see this Gomamon. Let me tell you why I hate seeing this Gomamon. When I see this Gomamon, I'm like, damn it. If I deal with this damn Gomamon, this Gomamon's going to come right back out. Because it says when this Digimon is deleted, you can play a Gomamon from source without paying the cost. So it's just like, damn it, I already got rid of the Mirage stack. Now I got to deal with this Gomamon that's going to climb back up into another Mirage. So you kind of got to have like multiple deletion, or you got to have, you know, can't play Digimon by effects, or just something to get around it. Such a little pain in my ass. I hate when I see that Gomamon. Of course, running the 4 Betamon here because blue decks can't live without their jamming. Don't let them fool you. There's a reason they got that one Bukamon in here, because they can't live without their jamming. Jamming is very crucial to their game plan, apparently. Anyways, this is Mirage. This is Mirage's finest. We got 4 mental training, 2 memory boost. That's your consistency searcher, because we're not running the Gaomon searcher. We got 1 Lanamon because we do run 6 tamers, and you know, you should have your hybrid for game. Remember, hybrid for game. Looking at the other things here, 4 Zudo Ace is absolutely insane, but you know what? It works. Worst case scenario, you just hard slam Zudo Ace, and then next turn you threaten Mirage. That's what I hate. I hate when I see a Mirage deck, like I see this Gaomon and then I drop Zudo Ace, and I'm just like, God damn it. If I don't deal with this Zudo Ace now, it's gonna turn into a Mirage. Then I'm gonna hate my life, because this Mirage just stays on the field, and every time I do a search or add a card to hand by effect, it's just Uncle Sam coming to collect his damn taxes. This is Mirage. Francisco, congratulations on first place. Next up, we've got Jorge with his 6th place list, which is looking almost exactly like Francis. It's exactly Francisco's list. The only difference is that Jorge is running 1 more blue memory boost and 1 less Thomas. I wonder if they're friends. In what world do we live in where we see 2 players take almost the same exact list for a deck like this, which is already, you know, teched out? You got Gomamons, you got Betamons, you got the Lana, the Zudo, you've got the addition of the 1 Ice Wall and the Full Moon Meteor Impact, and then even the Egg lineup. That's kind of insane, but it worked because 1 got first place and the other one got 6th place, right? So congratulations to both of you. There's really nothing more to talk about with this list if it's going to be the same exact thing, you know? Jorge, congratulations. Francisco, congratulations. Next up, in 2nd place, we've got Sergio with Davas, as well as 11th place, David with Dava. So looking at Sergio's list here, this is the Mother D Reaper package, and we've seen this list previously on the channel. 2 Geni, because you want to see 1, then you get to bring your stuff out during the counter step of your opponent's attack, which is really good. Outside of that, 1 Baihu Ace. So Sergio said, no, we don't like Baihu Ace in here. So just the 1 there, decided to go for 4 Azulong Ace, 3 Bonru, and 3 Zuchao, which, to be fair, I mean, those are really good in their own rights. I do like Baihu. Baihu is just, it doesn't do anything proactively for you. It's a much more reactive card. And sometimes you don't really care for a reactive card to stay in your field, especially if it's going to have overflow. So I can definitely understand that there. New thing we're seeing, I mean, we've probably seen it in previous lists, but I know some of the lists that I've topped in the past have run no removal. Sergio opting to run 2 Heaven's Judgment, and Heaven's Judgment is insane because this deck runs every color. So just by simply having a Mother D Reaper on the field, this card is doing 12k. Of course, you have to have either a yellow Digimon, which in this case would be Fangwang, Baihu, Azulong, and Telamon, or a green Digimon, so Vajra, Vikralamon, Kumbihiramon, Ibanwu, and Antilamon. So it's a little bit more difficult to cast this card depending on what you have on field. You have to make sure you have the right color sources for it. But when it does kick off, I mean, if you have Mother with one of these aces, that's 3 colors. That's neg 24k because it does 6 and then one effect additional for each color you have. So being able to neg 24 is just dumb. And then if you have that 5th color, neg 30, I think I've heard Dan say he's gotten up to neg 48, which is dumb. So Sergio, congratulations here on 2nd place. Next up, we've got David, in 11th place with his list, also running 2 Hammer's Judgment, but running 2 Akihiro, which is interesting. I actually like the inclusion of this, but I don't know if I like it over Analog Youth. I'll be honest, I don't like it over Analog Youth. I get it, but there's not even like any purple options in here. So the reason that you would run this is end of turn, you draw 1, trash 1. That's it. That literally is it. It's just the filter effect. But why, like, I would just rather Analog Youth because I'm getting to look at 3. And then I get to pull 1 Digimon, trash the rest. So it's filling up your trash faster. Of course, it doesn't take, your Holy Beast Cardinal or your Loyalty Deeper. But, I mean, for what the card does, it just feels like it's faster. I mean, I'll just go out on a limb and say there's a reason that Sergio got 2nd place and David got 11th. I don't know. That's just the way that I look at it personally. Anyways, David did what I couldn't do, which is top with Davis, and he did it with 2 Akihiros in his list at that. So, obviously he's a better player than I am for sure. Also opting for the BT6 Majiramon here, which is a very interesting and spicy tech. If your opponent has no Digimon with Digi-Evolution cards in play on Suspended Digimon, the way Danny explained it to me was that this works if your opponent has no Digimon in play, or if they have a Digimon in play and that Digimon has no Digi-Evolution cards. But this is really cool because it is a Deva, which means all of your aces obviously can blast off of it. And then you can effectively get 2 swings with them. If you go Zuchao over this, you could get 4 checks in, which is really, really good. Definitely like that. Outside of that, I mean, the rest of the ratios are just the same. It's Devas. So congratulations, David. Next up in 3rd place, we've got Martin with his security control list, the only security control list to top. Now, Martin is running, I like this list already. So a very somewhat standard, but also, a little bit teched out SecCon list here. We've got the 2 Pillowmon, not just 1 this time, 2 Pillowmon. So Leviamon, hey, you're gonna force me to play out by effect? That's fine. Pillowmon, buddy. But also 2 Harrismon here. I absolutely love Harrismon. I hate that this card didn't get to the West in time because I was really excited to play a Harrismon, Venusmon, yellow hybrid deck. Harrismon is really cool because at the end of the battle, you give security attack -1 to one of your opponent's Digimon, and then you add this card to your hand. Now, I typically like to see Harrismon with the addition of Tactical Retreat because I like to Digivolve Harrismon and then bring it out, and then I use Tac Retreat and I put it back on top of my security, or just play this and then Tac Retreat, and that's a 4-cost recovery. But we see David not opting to do that, which is fine. You don't have to do that. That's just something I like to do. We got the 1 of Airdramon. I know this is Pete's tech. Pete loves his Airdramon. 4 Magna Agumon and 3 Magna Ace, which is interesting. Again, in some lists just say, screw it, we play the full 4/4, but I can understand. I mean, definitely found the room somehow here for 4 Holy Wave, 4 Revelation of Light, 3 Long Key, 4 Chaos Stag, and 4 Hellscythe. It's still SecCon. You're still going to hate your life every time you swing into this security. There's no doubt about that. But we got the just one Venusmon. That's something. I don't know if I play SecCon with 1 Venusmon. 2 Black Serafi. I mean, I guess if it's if you expect it to be removed, I don't know. I like 2 Venusmon, but the spicy Gallantmon tech here, because you do tend to get a lot of cards in trash as SecCon. So why not capitalize on it by just playing this Gallantmon down with Rush and then just being a removal body? It's going to pop 6k less or 13k or more. It's just dumb. Avenged Kidmon, because, well, you're SecCon, you're going to deck out. So let's recycle those options back in the deck. And then, of course, for Tamer lineup here, we got 2 Digimon Emperor against the Ukomon meta and the upcoming Ukomon meta, because Ukomon all around. 1 Kari memory setter, 3 of the TK and Kari, and then 4 purple Kari. So basically it's all Kari all day because we want to make sure that when we play Revelation, it is recovering 2 security. And for Tokomon, because you're adding cards to security, that's your draw power, baby. No Salamon in this list is hella interesting. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd ever play a Secon list without that Salamon, but David did. It was just 4 level 4s and said, yeah, we out here. So, I mean, I can't argue with him. Hey, congratulations on 3rd place, David. Next up, we've got Christian with Numamon, as well as Jose with Numamon and Adrian with Numamon. So 3 Numamon lists total is the highest represented deck in the top 16. So first we're checking out Christian's list here, who's running the 2 Armon. I was explained to, which I didn't realize, that obviously, you know, this card is played for the D-Digivolve 1. The reason, like yes, you play for the D-Digivolve 1, but like why is because it Digivolves 1 from a level 4, which I didn't think about. That makes complete sense because you can just go, you could just Digivolve 2R over Numa X. Take a swing at security. Whoops, I died. Whoops, I float out a Numamon. That's just dumb, but it's good, very good. You don't get the, I'm sorry, I say a lot. You don't get the opponent's turn effect here because you don't have anything with save. But the most important thing is just getting that D-Digivolve, which then, you know, your Monze X is just a beast of a card because when you play another Digimon, you're going to neg 2 for each Digimon you have. Very easy to take a level 6 down to a level 5, play out an extra Digimon, and then neg 6 to 8k on that Digimon. Or Monzemon is also a pain in the ass because he's also going to D-Digivolve 1. So both of those cards very good, and he has the same inheritable as the Monzemon from RB1, which is giving Sec +1 to your Monzemon or Numamon in game. So really good there because obviously we got the 4 Platinum Numamon. As far as floodgates go, or rookies, let's say we got, well, yeah, I mean, we got floodgates here. We got 3 Chikurimon, can't reduce play cost. 3 Chumon, can't gain memory. 4 Ukomon because, well, again, this deck doesn't function without Ukomon. But also 3 Security Chikurimon that when it's at the end of the battle, D-Digivolve 1. Hitting this Chikurimon in security never fails, always hurts. Congratulations, Christian, on your 4th place finish. Next up, we've got Jose in 13th place with his Numamon list, opting to play 2 of the RB1 Numamon. This is basically your searcher for the deck. But it doesn't search the entire deck. That's the big thing. It only adds Monzemon or Numamon. Well, 1 card with Monze, 1 card with Numa. But you do play a fair bit that's not, because obviously this is a very like generic deck. So it's going to bottom deck Venus, Azulon, Quantum, Merciful, Dex, Ruin, Satsuki, Emperor, Uko, Chikuri. The bottom deck's a lot of the decks, so there's no reason to play it. That's why they play the Jerimon at 4, because just raw draw power is better than anything here. Big things here are the Azulong Ace, the one of, but splitting that because we play the one of Quantumon, which is just another dumb card. Sometimes this Quantumon just can't be removed because, well, it's Quantumon. Also have the Merciful mode against the Mirror Match, as well as purple decks, being able to hit the reset button and say, do it over, buddy, do it over. So 3 level 7s here, 1 Merciful, 1 Dex, 1 Ruin mode. Going from Quantumon into Ruin mode is just like dumb, because then it makes it even worse when your opponent can't deal with it. Like if you're somehow keeping turn when you do that, it's like, damn, well, that Ruin mode just locked me out of turn. It's going to lock me out of turn again next turn. Outside of that, this is Numamon, baby. 13th place. Jose, congratulations. Last up, we've got Adrian with their 14th place Numamon. Now, Adrian said, all right, we want removal. So he placed the Heaven's Judgment, which in this deck is doing anywhere from like 18 to 24k, because you've got yellow and black. I don't know why I said 18 to 24. It's only ever doing 18. You got yellow and black. So you're doing the neg 6 and then potentially up to 18k. Big thing here is 3 Shin Monzemon. I love Shin Monzemon, but I haven't seen a lot of lists play it. If they do play it, it's typically at 1. So Adrian's saying, screw it, we play 3 Shin Monzemon is really interesting because that's a card I like a lot. I can understand why they don't play it though. Why play it when you got access to Venusmon and Quantumon and Azulong Ace and all those other good cards? Big thing here is 3 Monze X. Good lord, as much as I hate this card, because I hate when it comes down. Like, why wouldn't you play this at 4? Like this, in my opinion, if I was gonna build Numamon, 4-2-4 is perfect. This would never change because this card is insane. This card's insane. Another thing I noticed, none of the lists were playing Protoform. The one of Protoform. I love the one of Protoform because it's effectively like your 5th, or well, I guess in this case, your 7th Monzaimon to let you go into Monze X, not only for 2, but get that effect because you do have to have Monzaimon or X antibody in its source to play a Digimon out. But that doesn't really matter if you just go into this and then you play another Digimon yourself. You just say, fine, I'll do it myself. I don't need its effect to facilitate anything for me. Another big thing here, we got the inclusion of the Security Dormon, which in this deck is really good because it's either going to play out half of your deck, straight up half of your deck, or it's just going to add that card to your hand. So there's no downfall to playing this card outside of, well, not seeing it in Security. And then also running the 2 Black King Numamon, which is interesting. I haven't seen this before. Black King Numamon on deletion, reveal top 3, you add a Monze and a Numa bottom deck the rest. So the same thing as your RB1 searcher, but it also has blocker as the inheritable. So if you don't already have blocker from here, you give blocker off of Black King Numamon, which means you can block with your 9K Platinum Numamon. And if you have Numa X in source, then you're just doing a hell of a lot of shenanigans. But that's Numamon. Adrian, congrats on 14th place there. Moving on, we've got Gil Daniel with their Leviamon list, the only one to appear in the top 16. And this Leviamon is playing very heavily, very heavily on the Agurumon draw engine, or what's left of it. We got the 4 starter deck Gabu, 1 restricted Gabu, the 1 restricted Gabu X, the 1 restricted Garuru X, and the 4 Gurumons. If you guys couldn't tell, Garurumon draw engine is really good. This deck in Japan, it was literally low end Gabu Garuru. That's it. That literally was it. So in place of not having the 4 Garuru X, we got 2 Raremon here, which is still a very good card. It just costs 30 to Digivolve. But generally, you want to try to hard play this. You're going to get the trash card and draw 2. As far as the other rookie lineup, 2 Rush Giamon, you definitely want those because you want to be able to swing for game. One of the biggest problems with Levia is being able to close out. And we got 2 Gazi, so that we can prevent some memory gain. 2 Drago, 3 Water Siegemon, and the 1 Cerbex. So opting for 6 total level 6s here, going 4 Levia, 3 Levia X, the 3 7th Lightning is, good lord, a lot. And the 4 Biting Crush. This is the X antibody build, so kind of like gunning for it. I'm going to get into my Levia, and I'm going to try to smack up your security. And if you deal with that first one, that's fine. All I need to do is find 2 more X antibodies, or one of my 2 more X antibodies, and then I'm coming for you again. So, I mean, this is Leviamon like we've been seeing Leviamon pretty much. Gil, congratulations on your 5th place with it. Moving on, we've got 7th place Shine Greymon, piloted by Juan Antonio, as well as 16th place Shine Gray, piloted by Remigio. So, looking at Juan Antonio's list first here, this is super interesting. Only 2 offense training. Typically, when I see a Shine list, you see 4 training, if not up to 8. Super interesting that Juan opted to just play the 2 offense. They did decide to play 4 Agu X because we are running red base. So 4 Agu X. The reason Agu X is good in this deck, obviously it searches your Greymon. The other big reason is that this is a dinosaur. So you do get the cost reduction. Well, the cost reduction. You get the black box text to Digivolve 2 from an Agumon with dinosaur in it, which is really important. This is like a standard Shine Gray list. Just opting for not much search by way of offense training, which is interesting. Again, like Agu X is going to bottom deck your Tamers. Offense training doesn't. You Digivolve a lot, so you could definitely use, the Digivolve, especially if you're trying to climb into like Shine and then take your swing with Marcus so you get into a free ruin or a burst mode. But, regardless, it's a list that topped. So congratulations. I'm just very surprised to only see 2 offense and just not the full 4 lineup there. In terms of removal, 2 Crimson Blaze, because, well, why not? If you can play Crimson Blaze, why wouldn't you? But also 2 Shining Blast. This is you play Marcus and then you neg 2 to 3 of your opponent's Digimon for each yellow or red tamer you have in play. I like this card a lot, and I know Mike likes this card a lot. If you just have like 2 or 3 Marcuses, this card is doing anywhere from like 4 to 6k. If you play this with your BT13 Marcus, you get that neg 3, then it just snowballs. And then of course the busted one of Sunrise Buster, because why not? Juan, congratulations on 7th place. Next up, we've got Remigio in 16th place with Shine Gray. Now this list is playing 3 physical training, but also 2 yellow memory boost, which is interesting because they're running red base. I mean, of course, but again, red base. I would hate to flip red egg, open up, see physical. Damn, I can't play it. Oh, cool, I have the rookie, and now I can play it. I just know my luck, I wouldn't open the rookie, and I'd open like Agu X. I'd be like, damn, I got to Digivolve this Agu X, and I can't play my memory boost or my physical training. My rule of thumb is generally I try to match my consistency cards to the color of my eggs so that I can play them if that's my only play on turn 1. I don't ever want to get stuck in the mud with it. And maybe that's why they made 16th place. I don't know. And who am I to talk? Because I didn't make it. Also, the inclusion of one of the BT13 Shine Gray, which is the one that makes Marcus a blocker. So a really good just defensive option here. Also, when one of your red or yellow tamers becomes suspended, you get to neg 6k on one of your opponent's Digimon. So if you're making BT13 a blocker, you're going to get to steal a memory and also neg 9k, which is really good. Anyways, congratulations Remigio on 16th place. Next up, we've got Eduardo in 8th place with Red Hybrid, my mortal enemy. This is your standard Red Hybrid list. Everything about this, quite literally, I have seen this exact list before, but we'll go over it real quick. Garuda Ace. I love Garuda Ace. I think every Red Hybrid list should play one Garuda Ace. And I say that very lightly. Don't play Garuda Ace because I don't want to get Garuda Ace. But this card is really good for your deck. It's going to get to play you out a tamer. You also get to pop a blocker. That's really good. So I think the biggest thing for Garuda Ace is being able to play out your tamers. Generally, sometimes your Flamemons just don't die. Or, well, more specifically, your Agunimons, your Burning Grays, they don't die. Or your opponent bounces them. So Garuda Ace is just going to be able to play you out that tamer for free. Really good. Definitely like that a lot. It's only a one-of. It's not even like it's like a big thing. Interesting, no memory boost. But again, most lists don't play the memory boost. This one is opting for just straight 3 Gravity Crush to your Atomic Inferno because they said, I'm gunning for your life, son. I'm gunning for your life. Their way of consistency is 4 Flamemons, you trash the 1 Digimon with Hybrid and Trait, you draw 2. And then, of course, Koromon draw eggs. Like I said, this is Red Hybrid. Eduardo, congratulations on 8th place. Now we've got the spicy list. I know Dan will love to see this. This is Daniel with their 9th place Machinedramon list, playing 3 Analog Man or Anal Man, wink wink, and 3 Marvin Jackson. Wow, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're seeing what I want to see here. I already like this list because you know what I see? I see 4 Airdramon, 3 Marvin. That means SOC package, baby. My biggest problem with Machinedramon isn't a problem with Machinedramon, it's a problem with the meta. And specifically, it's a problem with Numemon. Numemon's such a little pain in my ass. It's like, cool, I established this DP, this thing that can't be DP reduced. You can't delete it, you can't bounce it. And they're just like, all right, cool, Digivolve. And I'm just like, God damn it. Why you do this to me? Why? But regardless of that, I mean, this is Machinedramon. You're always going to see 3 to 4 Doromon here. Doromon proving to be not just an X antibody rookie, but a Machinedramon rookie. Just because when you play Source underneath, you gain a memory. If you go Doromon, Airdramon, Tuck Marvin, Airdramon now became a 1-cost Digivolve to get you a tamer, which is really insane. You also got to Digivolve something if that matters. That's really, really good. I like that combo a lot. That's how I ended up. I'm going to up this to 4 and try to find space so I could play 4 Huguru, 4 Doru there. We see the other champions. They're running 3 Hover SBmon and 1 Raremon. Probably just 1 Raremon because that's all they could find and afford. Which, hey, all I've got is 1 Raremon. And out of all the decks that I want to play that Raremon in, it's in Machinedramon. So I get it, buddy. I get it for sure. Now, as far as the level 5 lineup goes here, we've got 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total level 5s, which is about on average what we've seen for Machinedramon, anywhere from 12 to 16. 16 requires you to make cuts in your rookie and champion lineups, but if you're running 12 to 13, you know, you can definitely get away with this, especially because Chaosdramon's always going to pull them back from trash. If you hard up that Machinedramon, you're always going to be able to use these pieces, but generally you'll only be able to sustain about 2 stacks on board because you just don't have that many to go around, and you're not going to be able to trash that many. You'll be able to have, you know, 3 for a Chaosdramon, but then you might only have like 4, maybe 5 for the Machinedramon, but definitely no more if you want to go Chaos on top of the Machinedramon. So that's something to consider. This deck is very good. You just need a lot of resource management when you're thinking about playing this deck. 3 attack of the heavy is another big thing here. This is something like I've been thinking about more because I'm just like, damn, I wish I had attack of the heavy in my hand right now. One was in security. It's like, damn, I got one more in the deck. And it's a security bomb, so it's nice to see in security, but you just really want to have one in hand sometimes. So Daniel, congratulations on 9th place with Machinedramon. I'll most definitely be looking at your list for inspiration. Next up, we've got Sergio in 10th place with D Brigade. This is Digipolice D Brigade, and I had looked at this list prior, and I was so excited to go over this list because we've got my spicy tech. I wish I played D Police. I just haven't because I haven't felt confident in it. But I threw a Craniumon in there because I was like, you know what? If we're going to play against Leviamon, I'm just going to hard slam Craniumon and say, deal with it, buddy. You can't touch me. I am untouchable. The big thing to consider here is Brigademon only gives blocker on your opponent's turn. So you don't have protection during your turn. So Biting Crush will still get you. Now, you do have protection index, so that's very important. So this deck is it's basically kind of big brain, and you just got to think about how you're doing things, making sure you're getting around those Levi plays. Its biggest problem will come against Numemon, where it's just going to be able to de-digivolve everything. They're just like, cool. You got a bunch of blockers, that's fine. I'll just de-digivolve your Brigademon into whatever, and then I'm just gonna DP neg it, because all I need to do is have 2 Digimon on board, or have 3 Digimon on board, and then play one more, and I get to neg away your stuff. So a little bit of a pain in the ass there, but I definitely love the inclusion of the 2 Craniumon. As far as Tamer lineup, we got 2 Shuyulin, 3 Satsuki, and we've got 4 of the Numemon that plays out the Satsuki. Nothing for the Ryudomon for Shu, but that's fine because your Cargo Dramon does play out a play cost 4 or less D Brigade or Digipolice card, which can play Shu. Of course, she's Digipolice, so she's recyclable off of Misaimon. Consistency for this deck is running 3 defense training and 2 of the Pride Memory Boost. So that's really interesting. I do like Pride Memory Boost a lot because, well, you play out almost your entire bottom end except for the Seal Dramon here. But it also fills up your trash, lets you start recycling things for Misaimon if that's what you want to be doing early on. 2 DCD Bomb. I'm of the opinion if you're playing a Digipolice deck, you need 2 DCD Bomb. And the reason you need 2 is because there is 2 is infinite. Like, you don't need more. All you need is 2. If you play 1, you can then use the other one to rig the other one back to the top of security. Then you can just keep them in constant flux like that. It's just so good. Being able to de-digivolve an ace makes this 1 cost or free. Being able to see pop an ace, well, a level 5 ace, makes this free. Well, 1 or free. This card is good. I definitely like this card a lot. The hard removal in this deck opted for Iron Fisted Onslaught. Just pop all highest play cost. Definitely an option there for sure. Now, I can't wait for BT16 because I don't like this Tankdramon, not anymore. This card is going to bottom deck half of this deck because you only play 4, 6, 10, 13, 17 Commandramons. Nowhere near the like 20 to 22 that you could be playing. So this is only looking at top 2, and you're going to trash the cards at that. I just don't like this Tankdramon. I would have opted for like Vademon or Nightmon instead. All in all, this is a very refined list, but this is not a list that I'd personally be comfortable playing. I'd definitely make a little bit of modifications before I would take this into a regional. But that being said, Sergio, congratulations on your 10th place finish, brother. That's something I most definitely am not confident in doing myself. Now, to close up, we've got just one more set of lists to look at, and that is, first of all, Justo with their 12th place Fenrir Lugomon list. Now, this Fenrir list I like a lot because we got the 1 Protoform in here, which is something I've been thinking of, but also the 1 Matt Ishida. And I've been liking Matt in the deck because, good lord, people say, all right, cool, you're playing Fenrir, I'm going to choke you to 1, and I'm going to drop this memory blocker. And it's just like, god damn it. I need some sort of memory gain. Please, why you do this to me? Why? Please, don't do this to me. So I like the 1 Matt because the 1 Matt is just a nice way to set yourself to 3. And you're also doing a lot of trashing on your way up, so it's going to just be a +1 as well. They opted for the 1 Matt in place of 1 Analog Youth. That's very interesting. That was where they made their cut. 4 Wisdom and 2 Missed Memory Boost. Of course, we got the ADP because you never go into that stack unprotected. Only running 7 rookies is insane. I don't even think I got 4 of each Lugamon, and that's where I'm comfortable with. I don't know if I could go down on that. The 1 Fang, 1 Black Gato Uber, the 2 Black Gato, and then 2 Tyranno, 2 Luga. I really like this Tyrannomon. I bumped this up to 3. I do not regret it because this card lets you search out your AGs, lets you search out your other SOC pieces, and then you get to fill up your trash a little bit. Justo. Congratulations on 12th place with it. Last up, we've got Raul with their 15th place list, which is very, very streamlined. Just straight up, you got your 8 Lugas, the 1 Gazi. Not as many one-ofs, you know, you got your Chimeramon, you got your ADP, you got the Black Gato Uber. That's just saying Sekon and Leviamon, because they can have that biting crush in security. Black Gato Uber, because again, Leviamon. And Chimeramon. I think the card that they're playing in place of Chimeramon is that extra Tyrannomon. First list I think I've seen run 3 Tyrannomon. Like I said, I love Tyrannomon, so I play 3 of it. But most lists I just opt for their 2 Chimeramon and the 2 Black Gato here and the 2 Fangmon and the 2 of this and the 2 of that. But, you know, one thing I realized a lot, especially doing these meta snapshots and looking at these lists, is that these lists are very personal. These Fenry lists, very, very personal. So, hey, listen, for what it's worth, if you want to play Fenry, just make the list. Go try it, go play it, and see how you like it. Raul, congratulations on 15th place here, brother. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. It's late. I'm sorry if this wasn't up to my normal standards. I was just trying to get the video done because I know if I didn't get it done now, I would not have time tomorrow because I got a busy week ahead of me. But with that in mind, if you guys watch this video to the end, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. What do you think of these lists? And also subscribe so that you know when future videos come out. Anyways, until we talk to you guys next time. Peace out.